In a world where please and thank you seem as antiquated as handwritten letters, the spirit of true customer service appears to be on the brink of extinction. But today, we're on a mission to breathe life back into this forgotten art, ensuring that not only your venture survives, but it thrives through a plethora of 5-star rating. What's going on, y'all? My name is Accountability B, and in this video, I am going to go through step by step how I achieved my 5-star ratings. Now, I've been on the Turo platform for a little over a year now, and I have a 4.97 rating. But majority of my ratings have all been 5 stars, and I'm going to take you through how you're going to be able to emulate that as well. Step 1, actually being on time. First impressions last, and in the world of business, punctuality is king. Now, for me, I make sure that all of my cars are at their parking spaces well in advance. What I would suggest to anyone who is going to use maybe a newer car, cars more than likely have apps that you can unlock and lock your vehicle. So what I actually did, and I'll put the link in the description, is you can go on there onto Amazon and actually get this microfiber bag where you can put your key in there and it actually blocks out the signal. So you're able to unlock and lock your vehicle by your phone. So you can actually have that vehicle in the economy parking lot of the airport or wherever it might be. Maybe it's the place that you rent it out from on a daily basis, and you just have it there, and when your guest is arriving, you can just unlock it and they can get the key automatically. The biggest pro about that is I have a lot of flexibility to leave the car where it needs to be picked up, and I don't necessarily need to meet someone face to face and be on that time frame for me to do an actual key exchange. Step number 2, clear, concise, and considerate communication is your bridge to understanding your customer's needs. It's about listening as much as it is about speaking. So when you get a Turo request, communicate with that individual. Let them know your name, introduce yourself to them. Give them that pleasant experience so that they're looking forward to their next trip with you. I have a template when someone books my vehicle. Hello, my name is Brian. I'm gonna be your host. I will have the car cleaned and ready for you. Please reach out to me if there's any questions that you have before your trip, and you're in good hands. I reassure them that they're in good hands, and I'm gonna take care of everything to make sure that they're having a pleasant and enjoyable trip. On the flip side, always over communicate. Let them know, hey, there's a sun pass in the car. This is what you're going to do when you pick up the vehicle. This is what you're going to do when you drop off the vehicle. Just having that clear communication is really going to go do a lot for your Turo business in the long run. Now, step number 3 is having attention to detail to your vehicle when you're actually delivering it, right? Imagine renting a vehicle that you are so excited to get, and you get it and it's dirty, it hasn't been washed, the windows are smudged, and all these things are wrong with it. You need to go above and beyond and make sure that you are cleaning your vehicle very thoroughly when you're renting it out to individuals, right? The biggest complaint that people have with some of the big Hertz and Enterprise and things like that is they just throw it through the wash and barely even put any effort into presenting it very well. So those are things that you really want to look out for, and clean your vehicle. Make sure it smells nice on the inside, and just make sure that when your customer is picking up your vehicle, that it's exactly how you would want it to be rented to you. And the last step is taking ownership entirely. Every business faces challenges, but greatness lies in how you overcome those challenges. Taking full ownership means acknowledging mistakes, taking the necessary steps to rectify them, and going the extra mile to turn dissatisfied customers into people that will champion your service. I'll give you 2 examples of how I messed up in my business and how I made it right for my customers. Now, the one example is I was renting out my Jeep Grand Cherokee L, and for some reason, my app was not responding to unlocking the vehicle. So my guest was waiting there at the vehicle, and I'm just sitting here like, oh my God. So I had to drive to the airport, bring my spare key, unlock the vehicle for them. And it ended up being about an hour and a half delay for that individual. Now you might look at that and say, hey, you might have an hour delay just from Hertz because they don't even have a car, right? But look, now that was a technical malfunction, but it's my business. The onus is on me. It's my responsibility. And what I told that customer is, hey, I'm going to make it right. Get to where you need to go, but give me a call. I'll get you guys dinner. Whatever we need to do to make it right, I will make it right. I ended up Venmoing or Zelling them some money to make amends for that, and just communicated that I am extremely sorry, acknowledged that it should not have happened, and then I took actionable steps to make up for it. And again, coming from a sales world, making sure that that customer is completely satisfied, I always say, hey, does this resolution meet your standards on the inconvenience you were caused, right? Because you don't want to make it right for people and them not think it's enough, or you could have done more to actually equate to the inconvenience that it actually caused them. So you always want to make sure that they are left satisfied and happy. And that young lady actually left me a 5-star review, and I just told her, hey, I have no problem with you commenting on what actually happened. Just give me the same respect on the other end and say that Brian went above and beyond to rectify the situation. And that's all I can ever ask for. She would have been completely in her right to give me a 4-star and put that caveat on Brian did whatever he could to rectify. But because I went above and beyond, she still gave me a 5-star. I'll give you one more example. There was a gentleman, he ended up coming in very late at night. I fell asleep. I had my phone on silent, so I didn't get his calls. He ended up having to sleep at his friend's hotel. I woke up 5 hours later. Oh my God, I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm unlocking the vehicle now. He ended up being able to get back to the vehicle. And so I said, hey man, that's not how I do business. If you can look at my reviews, I can guarantee you, like, this is not how I operate. But I know you're probably tired. Get to the vehicle and do what you got to do, and let's connect later in the week, and I promise you I'm going to make it right. And I ended up, shaving $100 off of his rental and told him to just return the vehicle as close to empty, or he didn't have to, return the vehicle. So, it ended up costing me about $150, but at the end of the day, I have a 5-star rating from that gentleman. So sometimes you got to weigh the cost, but the benefit of having these ratings and having people that actually write nice things about you on the Turo app will go leaps and bounds beyond anything else that you can do. So with that being said, reviving customer service isn't just about adhering to these principles. It's about embedding them into the very fabric of your business. It's time to stand out from the rest and not be a sea of mediocrity, but to go above and beyond and run this as a business. Now, to those individuals who are out there who are just running this as a hobby, hey, these are things that you should probably implement too, because you want to separate yourself. Why should someone rent from you? Why should someone rent from Brian? And I can guarantee you, when people go to my stats and they see, hey, Brian has been on it and he has great reviews, they're gonna go with someone like me, that even if my vehicle is even a little bit more expensive than somebody that maybe only has 2 reviews and things of that nature. So go out there, give the best customer service that you can, and take ownership of your business. And I guarantee you'll see the fruits of that labor. Remember, y'all, if you got value from this, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and the future I see is up to me. I'll see y'all on the next one. Take care.